I really thought about this video for quite a bit. It's a video that I feel is something so personal because wanting to be someone who is relevant in an industry that's subjective has made me think a lot about the kind of advice I would give other people. Obviously, I'm not the finished article right now. I have currently a lot of years ahead of me, and I understand that it's very difficult to determine how I'll end up and how I'll be in the future. So that I hope you find this useful as a video. In this video I'm gonna be very kind of blunt, like very kind of direct. My advice is to try and really hammer down a sort of style. Obviously, like, you don't want to like limit yourself creatively, but you obviously want to be able to kind of develop a style that people will like, and if your friends like it, and if people outside, and that's the most important thing, if people outside enjoy your stuff and enjoy your style that is unique to you. And obviously that's very difficult because even for me, even I haven't found that yet. But I feel like if I could tell myself back then what I should be doing, is that I should be trying to iron out style, and I should trying to be making videos from that style, regardless of what that is. You can do it through mind mapping, spider diagrams, an ideas board, mood board, and once you have it, you can just fly. Chill out. Because society has deemed you as not someone who accepts the norm, and therefore, especially in Asian society, they put you as lower down the pecking order, essentially. In order to revolt against that, you constantly want to be able to prove that you're not. And this is me in high school. Like, I constantly wanted to prove to myself and to my friends mainly that I wasn't some failure. You, by not chilling out and not just being patient, yes, it's good to make films like all the time, but just chill out. Don't let it just affect you and your mental health. And I think that is so important because you'll just end up burning yourself out, which I have maybe like a couple of times. And I feel like film and being an artist is no different from being a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer. Treat it as a job. We treat it as a job, and if you overwork, you will not get the results that you want, and if you underwork, you won't get the results that you want either. So work, but work smart, don't overdo it. Traditional film classes give you a very good insight into film and what people in the past have made, but take it with a grain of salt. It's not the absolute truth. People in the 1940s have been making films for a long time. Yes, you appreciate those films, but take it with a grain of salt and understand that times are changing and constantly moving forward, and that film as an art is constantly progressing. Some of the times is more important than sometimes looking back, but at the same time, looking back is crucial. Just make sure you take everything with a grain of salt and put your own spin on everything, because they might not be 100% correct. When I was 15, I think I was really always just so obsessed with filmmaking. That's such a positive thing. When you're obsessed with something, you do well in it. Try to enjoy different aspects of life. If you really enjoy like swimming, or you really enjoy rugby, or you really enjoy arts and crafts, or you really enjoy like science, for example, like do that too. Don't just constantly be a stickler of filmmaking, because you have to film something. It has to be about a certain topic. You can't just film about nothing. And obviously as a filmmaker, you constantly have to be interested in different things, and I feel like that is so important. Your university does not decide how good of a filmmaker that you are. In the past, I have been extremely vocal to my friends about, how much I wanted to go into NYU or USC because they're the top 2 film schools in the world. And obviously, I've achieved my goal of getting into New York University for film and television, which is very good. But understand that it doesn't stop there. You can go into any film school in the world and end up being a great filmmaker. I feel like a lot of the buzz that comes from these massive film schools is just their ability to sell themselves, the likely coincidence that they have great alumni. And this was not what I was saying 18 months ago when I was raving all about NYU and how great their film program is. And a lot of it is a lot of hard work, dedication to yourself. NYU is not going to help you with that. No university is going to help with how motivated you are and how driven you are to become the best filmmaker you can be. It is you who decides how good of a filmmaker you can be, not the university. Grades in film don't determine how good of a filmmaker you are, because they're very subjective. Professors have very stickling like points that you have to hit. What they want might not be what you want. Try it and give it your best effort, and just don't be lazy. The audience will be the true determinant of your grade. Don't take everything so personally. You messed up a little bit. Understand that it's part of the process. It's part of growing. Some fuck-ups may be bigger than others. I acknowledge that truly. I have fucked up big time sometimes. But it's like trying to do mathematics and you're saying, I'm never going to make a single mistake in a math question. That's just not gonna happen. You know, you have to try, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. The only difference between film and mathematics in that kind of sense is that in film, it's very public. Treat every film, treat every piece of media, treat every piece of art you make as a dinner that you're creating. You know, not every meal is going to be perfect. You make mistakes along the road, and keep making it until you absolutely nail it. Be patient, be hardworking, don't stress out too much. It's all part of the journey. The journey is so much better than the destination. You do at the destination, just sit there. On that note, I'll leave you guys with that thought. Hopefully you find something that's educational about this video. Hopefully you find something that's you can take away from that video. I really appreciate all the support I get on this channel. I really appreciate all the people who comment and like and subscribe to my channel. Hopefully more of that to come. And thanks so much for tuning in. Peace.